Je suis Bibi. I am Bibi from Crisix. I live in Nantes, but I am from Barcelona, and I play the guitar with Crisix for 18 years. So here we are.
Okay. So you're in a pause with Crisix. You don't do shows with them now. Do you miss the band?
Do you know that this is the first interview I do after we did the break with the Crisix?
We don't know that, but
It's the first interview I do. So it's the first time officially somebody asks me this. So if I miss the band, no. Yeah, of course I miss the band, and I miss going on tour, and I miss being with them. But also I think it's very cool that we took this time, everyone for their own projects, because yeah, we needed to take a break, I think, and also breathe some fresh air, you know. So I think that that's important sometimes to do this, you know.
What's the band that inspired you the most for your music?
I guess it would be Metallica.
Yeah.
Metallica, it's the band that I heard when I was 8 years old. I discovered Metallica, and then it was when I was 12 years old. I had Ride the Lightning in my hands, Master of Puppets in my hands, Kill 'Em All in my hands, and it was like, fuck, this music is changing my life. You know, I felt something, like, I don't know, a special connection, like this is something that is really deep into me. And then the more I went into this hole, the more I was like, okay, I'm inside here, and I don't want to do anything else but play guitar, play metal, make a band, and do something cool about it.
Okay.
And is that your favorite band?
Metallica, yes, for sure, because it's the band that got me in. You know, it's the band that when I was everybody criticizes Saint Anger, you know, the Saint Anger album. Everybody talks shit about this, but people doesn't realize that I'm from '91, and you are younger, okay? I'm from '91, and the fact that I was a 8 years old kid, and I could see in the TV Saint Anger after Maria Carey and Mana, because I didn't know Metallica.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about metal, but the fact that I could see in the TV, in MTV, Saint Anger for the first time, that blew my fucking head, you know? And that's the reason that I said, okay, what the fuck is this band? I want to know more about this band. And I saw the name, you know, like Metallica. Wow, this name is super heavy, you know? And this is the blessing. Thanks to them, a fucking huge generation went into metal just because of this, you know. And all the people that talks bullshit about Saint Anger, they are stupid. They don't understand the game.
Yeah.
Metallica brought metal to the next level, and that's why me, a guy that didn't know anything about metal, that it's from Spain, which is not culturally is not a metal country, I could have access to that thanks to that.
Yeah.
So fuck off everyone who says Saint Anger it's shit. It's not. In the end, it's cool. It's a cool album.
Yeah, I agree. For me, is so underrated. Is pretty cool. How those writing songs with Crisix works?
We write songs. We write songs with everybody is writing songs in Crisix. Look, the drummer Javi, he's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a super skilled guy that he doesn't rehearse, and he plays well everything. He's this kind of guy, you know. So he plays drums perfectly. He plays guitar faster than me sometimes, depending of the time, if he plays or not plays. But he's like a very skilled guy, and he sings really well. So for example, he brings a lot of ideas that are really cool, and then we work all together, or I bring my own ideas, or Albert, the other guitarist, or Plea is bringing ideas, and also Juli sometimes is bringing ideas, the vocalist, you know, because in the end we all play guitar, and we know how to make the demos, and this is cool because we all have different colors, we all have different vibes, and it's cool to see all the vibe that everyone is bringing, and then when we work it all together is when I think the magic happens, you know?
Yeah, I know. Is there a recent group that particularly impressed you?
A group?
Yeah, a band.
A band that impressed me lately.
An artist?
Yeah, of course, all the time, all the time. But I want to think somebody. Well, let's say that Turnstile is one of the bands that impressed me the most. Not because of the music, or it's because of the product itself. How windy. So the product itself impressed me a lot, because the way how they are doing the music and the packaging and everything, it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Yeah. I don't know, another band that impressed me a lot lately, Falling in Reverse. It's a band that impressed me how they do stuff, and also Slaughter to Prevail. But yeah, I have somebody that I really. It's Pretty Box. It's a band that also impressed me a lot lately. Yeah.
What kind of music do you listen except metal?
Oh, a lot. I love 70s music a lot. It's one of, I don't know, I have a special deep connection with 70s prog, rock, and blues, you know, all these things that come from the 70s, like what I would like to call the supersonic sound of the 70s. It's really cool, from Keys to Rory Gallagher, from the blues side we were talking about, like he has the t-shirt of Rory Gallagher. You don't see it, but it's here. So this sound, I feel it like it comes really from the heart, but especially because it was very difficult to put makeup in the music. In that, I think everything was super raw in the 70s, you know. So there was no extra additions. So the ones who really put their heart into music, I really think that was captured there, you know, And yes, I like a lot 70s, from rock to Pentagram, for example. I love Pentagram, the 70s songs, Black Sabbath. It's life, you know. And other styles from that, of course. I listen to electro music. I listen to pop music. I sometimes listen to Justin Bieber. Sometimes, yes, yes. Because. Not like I don't like discography of this guy, for example, but sometimes there is a song that it really catches my attention, you know. And this is cool, because when you want to write good songs, you have to really listen to all artists, not just the metal ones, not just your genre. You have to listen the guys who are doing really great, because they have a lot of things that you can learn from. You know, 21 Pilots is a great example of how they write lyrics. For example, I took a lot of inspiration from these guys in terms of writing lyrics, you know. So in the end, I can put in metal a reference outside of metal in terms of lyrics, and I think that's cool, you know. In my case, when Juli is composing, for example, he's not into 21 Pilots, so he's bringing their own ideas of their own references. But it's cool that everyone can dig outside what everybody's listening to into metal, and we give a little bit different colors, you know.
You did a song with Ultra Vomit called Patatas Bravas.
Great song.
You live in France. You did a lot of live in France with a lot of French band. What do you think of French metal?
French metal culture, it's great, man. It's one of the reasons I decided to move in this country. It's because I see people how they live metal. It's really another level. I guess the fact that you have one of the biggest festivals in Europe and in the world, which is Hellfest, I think this changed the culture, and this is something I could perceive internally. You know, like living in the city of Nantes, which is the capital, like the biggest city near Hellfest. I perceive how they changed the culture in France, how they are changing the perception of metal music, and everyone is knowing metal music because of Hellfest in France, and that's great. And also you have then Gojira, you know, that it is a killer band. It's a fucking killer band, and they are doing huge things with this Olympic performance they did. And this is the things that make, you know, the change. They are two big roles that are changing the culture in France and in the world, of course, but in France especially. And I really love to live this in my everyday life, you know. In Spain also, of course, there is a lot of metalheads and all parts of the world. But here, so there's something in the air, different, and I love to be surrounded by this.
Yeah. You do a lot of things for the metal community. You created an app called Welcome Metal to help the bands on tour, and you have recently created an online school for guitarists called Extreme Metal Picking.
Yes.
Isn't it too hard to manage all your projects at the same time?
Yes, absolutely. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, and sometimes I have to really put apart some things, you know, and just focus on one thing. Otherwise, if you try to do too many things at once, you don't do anything good, you know. This is something that I learned, and of course I had to really put away some things. And for example, Welcome Metal is a very ambitious project that right now I cannot address too much energy, but in the future, of course, I will. and it's a platform that I know that in the future it's going to be very helpful for bands, but it takes a little bit time, because we're growing a platform, a community in Europe of people that is able to help bands to sleep at their homes or whatever, or assist and help bands. So building this community, it's not easy. You have to, a lot of people engage inside and knowing about the application, for example, the platform. And right now I cannot do anything. So this is something that slowly in the future I will give a lot of strength. But right now I'm centering all my forces in extreme metal picking, which is the key thing that I can help directly to guitarists all over the world, playing fast and playing like I had to learn with Crisix, with right hand picking, like burning my wrist. And it's a thing that I really feel like useful in the world, and also it pays me back, like instantly. And this is got also something very important, because you have to live, and especially now that with Crisix we are not playing shows, it's a really great way I found, thanks to internet, to really give something to the world, and the world is giving me something back, which is make a living out of this. So I'm really grateful for that. But of course in the future I will put a lot more attention to welcome metal, because this is something that my next, big thing that I have to really put in the world.
Why did you play on this guitar?
With ESP?
Yeah.
Because it's the guitar brand of Metallica. So Metallica is playing with a DS guitar, so I love this guitar. It's one of the brands I like a lot. I like many brands from guitars, but ESP, let's say that it's the combination of a great brand of metal, but also a great combination of people, good people, that also supports metal, and it's the one that we connected the most with Crisix. So in the moment that we see like a really top quality band with top quality people working with us, that's the one of the first things that we learned all along our journey with Crisix, that you gotta work with people that is in a good vibe, in a good in your same direction, and great people, top quality people, And when we found out that this ESP team was great human beings, it's like, okay, Crisix wants to be involved with this kind of people, And it was a blessing that they welcomed us to the team. And right now, yes, very happy doing all these performances. Right now, yes, in Rouen, we are in Rouen, and doing this performance with guitar, and then we're gonna do another one in Hellfest. And yes, collaborations that are really cool for me, and it's a very good opportunity to get exposed.
Okay, so now for the end of the interview, you can choose a song that we're gonna play after the interview.
A song.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want like an old band or like a new band?
You can play what you want.
What I want? Let me check. What is the band I'm gonna choose? Okay, let's since we started talking about Turnstile, and you like Turnstile, guys, let's put the last single from Turnstile, Never Enough, which is really cool. Okay. And then if you want to play metal, then for the metal fans that are gonna listen to your radio show, let's put one French band. Yeah, let's put Rise of the North Star.
Oh, okay.
Samurai Spirit. I love this song.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks so much.
Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Amazing.